G'day traders, Sam here from Trade to Prosper, giving you another update on optimism. Um, it's one of those coins that are pretty much a challenge in terms of what to do in the long term. So I'm going to keep sticking to this and see how we go. Now, what we can see with the volume, and let's put the defaults in there. There we go. You can see that from another perspective, the volume was very, very low. So that was accumulation. There was no more sell-off. So you can see the volume, and then as soon as it started to pick up, the volume spiked, and now we sort of dropped off a bit. So the volatility needs to probably slow down a bit. But anyway, that's just one theory. What my theory is, and I'll talk about it, is pretty much at this point, cup. This is a cup formation. Now, on my right side, we've got Binance, which says that was the all-time high. And I suppose that's the reason why it stopped there. Where this one, on a lot of other charts, and including CoinGecko, it doesn't do that. It doesn't match that. So Binance seems to be more information. Okay, so that's one bit of a mystery there. So if people worked for this, then this was turned into a bit of bottom. If people worked for that, that could probably play out that the fib target is equivalent. So when I saw this, I thought it would go slightly higher, and that would have been a target. But now, if I had that information, I would have probably thought a bit more higher. Anyway, so what we have is potentially a cup shape. Over here. So we think that's the cup all the way down, and we can see that was pretty much a nice wick off accumulation structure, and up it went. And what we can see, I think, if I was to do it right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what we're seeing now is looking for the correction. So small ABC. So if that was our ABC, let's go to the right and do the fib extension from the top to the bottom, and in like that's still all right. That is a good target. That range could be a reversal. Now, what we're looking for is something like this. We did the cup, and we're doing the handle, and what we want to see is a lot of support. And this one actually comes a bit lower. You've got some examples here where it doesn't have to go so low. But what we see that is if we use this could be potentially huge, right? It's a huge. If this is a cup and handle structure, then we can actually think of this. If this bull market, if this bearish bullish sentiment continues on, we can look at this as massive structure, and if it plays out, $11 could be our ultimate target. So if the cup and handle does play out, so now what we're looking for is potentially, I'm just having a guess, we might be actually doing a wedge formation. So if we drop this level, then we go to from bottom to top, and you can see that's a good fib level as well. We have a number of targets potentially. So if this was to come down to here, the 0.382, find that as resistance, we potentially complete the handle. So yeah, I do think there's two scenarios there. The other one is a much shallow range. Like this could be just if it stays within that range between these buggers. If it stays like that, then we can see that happening. Otherwise, we're going to see it if we drop this Fibonacci level, then we can pretty much think that that's a good level, and that level as you can see, if we go to our right, that was previous support, and so be it. That could be a big. So that now what we can see potentially, if this is our 1, 2, this could be our 3, 4, and further up, or this could still be part of. If it's really thing, this could be a 3 and 4 somewhere here, where this 5 could take place as well. So it really comes down to Bitcoin and how much Bitcoin is going to rally. So a number of things could play out, but I do expect the minimum, if this was to take place, and I'll just reverse this. Give me a sec. Short term, somewhere around there. If this would take place, we could probably come to this range here. I would hope this could take place, but for now, we're thinking this mindset. Okay, this could be the case. Right, so this is a strong move, so it equates. And if this was to continue going on straight move, then we can think about wave 2 to 3 being continue on. It's very hard to say, but yeah. So ultimately, what we have is I suppose a pullback is happening. This is our target. Why is that our target? And why do we think we reached our target for the short term? Well, we can do it from a number of perspectives. We can do it from here, and it's pretty much close to 1.72, and also the previous. Well, that was the target. If that was a double top, and we're getting a pullback, if we get consolidation under a major resistance, which is previous all-time high, then this makes sense. This could be inverted head and shoulders. It could be, like I said, a wedge, or it could be even a parallel channel. But I do believe this is going to be bullish, and I did take some profit around here. I did take profit there, and I did come back in. So I'm playing it pretty well, but my goal is ultimately to accumulate much more. So the more cash I have, if it comes down here, then I'll play that. Basically, what I've done is I signed a number of money, a fair bit of dollars, and I'm just going to continue to accumulate with those dollars, try to make more of optimism in my portfolio, and when the market gives me some sort of direction, I will then look to adding more or not. Now, the worst case scenario, so this is a bullish scenario. The worst case scenario is, in many cases, if Bitcoin does pull back a fair bit, then this will become this range. This could come all the way down here, and we see a second lot of accumulation range where this happens, and then there's that slight possibility that it could come back down here as well. But I think this is the next cycle. If this was to come back down all the way, this could be the cycle. No one's going to tell you what's happening at the moment. So at the moment, yes, that is bearish. We break that neckline. I think this could have a chance to go there, and then we get pushed back down. And we'll see what happens. There could be actually, this could be points. That could be A, B, C, D, and so we can also have that kind of formation as well. So we're going price coming up, getting rejected. So what we had is that we could have a flat top with higher highs, lower highs, and that could be a continuation pattern as well. So I've gone through a number of scenarios. There's no way of telling, but that is a local top. And how deep is this going to go? It's very hard. I'm looking at first this range, whereas you might want to average in at $1.48 and potentially $1.32 or 37. Sorry, $1.13, $1.14 is probably where you want to find some reversal, and could be inverted head and shoulders as well. The way this could just go really strong and then up again as well. So it's difficult. No magic crystal ball, but I'm going to leave it at that. Give me a like and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.